Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Saints and the Browns, and it's coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Cleveland Browns taking on the NFC champions, the New Orleans Saints. It has been a tumultuous 2 weeks, but it is finally time for football as we're underway in Super Bowl 62. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon. He had to, and he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Watson off play action. Tunyon's got it on the out route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz from 19 yards away. And the Browns are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And he's got some space here. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this one is incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. To the ground, it's Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now on their opening drive of this Super Bowl. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing, and that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A big one here early in this Super Bowl. It's 3rd and goal. The they're going to look to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara from 4 yards out. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Chubb will get the call running left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So that does it for the first quarter of Super Bowl 62. Back in a moment. 14-7 is the score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Clark. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Second down, here's Chubb again. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. He's rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
And again, it's Chubb. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
They go play action here on first down. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
Sometimes it's design, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Trying the left side with Kamara. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Kamara up the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The middle, it's Chubb. And some room to work. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Handoff comes to Chubb. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Watson. Rolling to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Now they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit...
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 33. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
147 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Gosh, when you've got Deshaun Watson, Charles, executing a run-pass option, that puts the defense in a tough spot, does it not?
It does, and what I liked is that you called me this week, watching your own video, your own tape, and you said, I think the runner's going to pop a few this week because of what we've seen from Deshaun Watson. His ability to get to the corner, that's where the focus will go.
And a pretty good burst there as he gets this across midfield and down to the 46. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Now Watson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On 1st down, Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. Touchdown, Browns. Amari Cooper, 33 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one taken in by Olave. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll look to throw here. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Here's 2nd and 8. This will be caught at about the 6. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw on 3rd and goal. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick 6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, the ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Saints are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. It's been a fun one through 3. It always is. The final quarter of Super Bowl 62 is coming your way next. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now Chubb running right. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Faking the give. Now Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. He'll get it inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush. A lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
2nd down. Here's Chubb again. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. The pass caught by his running back, Nick Chubb. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points, and they need them badly, trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Well, he still makes a catch, even though it was tapped by the linebacker. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Throwing on third down, Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. A give running right is Chubb. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing now, Watson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 32 on the play. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Watson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. And how about this? The dog pound gets the crown. The Cleveland Browns are the Super Bowl champs. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.